Right now, the IERP area is really focused on finishing up the AQUIP, but we'll plan in July to have them come and give you an outline and talk about how we can think about measuring success.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
what does it mean if we get to a level where we're transforming the institution under these goals and really having an impact? So we'll do that in July.
Great, thank you.
Good.
Can we come back to the fiscal stability thing, just because I feel very strongly about it, that it should be in there, and I certainly respect Trustee Gashgarian. I just don't happen to agree with it. So how are we determining what we actually put in here?
The process for determining these was we took it to...
No, I mean, because the board now is looking at these, and I think fiscal stability is important, and Trustee Gashgarian says, you know, how do we determine what goes into the final document now?
If we weren't really bringing this, we were bringing it for board input. I suppose a few more of you could tell us if you feel very, very strongly that we should return that third goal, then we would take it back to the governance council.
Well, let me interrupt you just for a second. I'm not proposing that we return that third goal the way it is. What I'm suggesting is we have something in here, some kind of language that specifically addresses our fiduciary, our fiscal responsibility. You know, you can wordsmith it however you want, and it doesn't have to be the words that are here. I just think we need something in there.
Well, let's, Mr. Shumway, anyone else want to comment on
I
this
just want to make
issue?
a really quick comment. I actually did used to do the annual report for a Fortune 100 company down the street. And it was given that the financial stability of the company was basically given, so it was not a part of the goals. But I would say that maybe a statement at the beginning of the goals that will say, you know what, we are proud to report that our fund balance is this and this and this, and we expect to maintain that, this and this.
It's a given, yeah. I like
So
that.
it's said, spoken, and everything else is based on the fact that we're going to maintain that level of stability.
I think
and we're a
that
public entity, responsible to the taxpayers. So yeah, something that
sure.
says, hey, we just didn't,
You forget about it.
yeah.
Okay, we'll work on that and get back to you. I think that could fit well into the whole mission and values sort of thing, and also something we could put in there around accountability. So that, okay.
Richard, Phil, you have anything on that?
Well, on the advanced student learning, success and completion, you talk about students and identifying their educational goals and prepare to participate in the workforce. I often think of students that maybe have an educational goal to update their IT skills. So they come to the College of Lake County and take one IT course, they accomplish their goal and they leave. It always worries me that then that's considered a failure because they only did that. And then in going along with what Barb was talking about with the finances, when you look at these goals, only goal number one actually has a cost associated with it. That is something that you need resources in order to improve student retention. You need resources in order to increase graduation and transfer rates. And just watching our recent history and reallocating resources from different parts of the college and putting those resources into improving retention, improving graduation rates. I mean, something I think should be said in number one about providing the resources for doing this.
And we can play around with the words some more. Why don't we do that and bring them back? We'll also take them through the governance system if we need to for a change. That may take longer.
Both of those could be addressed in introductory statement.
Yeah, both.
Yeah.
Sure. That's the same kind of thing.
You know what, I think that what Trustee Anderson is saying is something that I hadn't thought of, but I think it's a really valid point in terms of community aspect of the community college, not just for long-term students, but for members of the community to just be educated. And I think, I don't think of that typically, and we listen to all these students and everybody's really going toward a completion goal, but somewhere I think we should integrate that into this package somehow, that we're also here for the community to just offer educational opportunity for whatever that means for each person. So I like that. I think we ought to factor that in somewhere, because I just think it's not in our typical thinking. But it's okay, it's done at the lumber center. I mean, it's done in other areas, but it's also done in our coursework. And so I think we should put that in somewhere. I like that.
Well, I think all of these statements you made, coming back to Rich's comment and all of the comments we made before, so what you don't have in front of you now is the mission, the vision, and the value statement. And I think what's been said here can be accommodated in those, including Trustee Goshgarian's last statement too. So let's get you that, and we'll try some wording with that and bring that back to you, and you can look at that then. All right? See if that works.
Good. Everybody okay?
So am I clear, like, in our board books right now,
Yeah.
we have on the very first inside cover, we have our goals and our values. We're not looking at, are we looking at doing anything with those? Because now I
Yeah.
can,
Yeah.
Yes,
Goals
you would get a
changed.
different version of the goals. The values, we are looking at something with based on this discussion. And the thing we don't have in there that maybe we should add is the mission and vision statement. But those are the things, let us bring them back to you first so you can look at them and see if they fit.
in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I think, your point about the fiscal stability, I think, I understand the logic to what you're trying to do, and I do agree it's, really shouldn't be part of the ABC, your goals and objectives, but I think we're going to capture what you're after, and I think all of us want, of course, is the fiscal stability. It's just a different way of looking at it, okay?
Okay, that's fine, as long as we don't use it, that,
No.
it's in the language somewhere, that's good.